Well, hello everybody. It looks like I'm live. It says I'm live. Hopefully you can hear me and see me. Good to see you all tonight. I wanted to say hello to those of you who are here in the chat, but I'll hang on just a second just in case this is a little bit behind. But happy National Quilting Day. Today is National Quilting Day, if you did not know that. I'm not sure if it's a worldwide thing or if it's just a United States thing. We do like a day for everything here in the US, so it wouldn't surprise me if it's just something in the United States. But yeah, happy National Quilting Day. So I hope you got to sew something today. I was over at my good friend Steven's sew day today, Blend Designs and the Idiot Quilter, and he hosted a great sew day. So I know lots of people got to sew over there. So all kinds of people came together for National Quilting Day. So that's fun. Hi, Teresa and Jacqueline and Sally and Joanne and Catherine. Good to see you. Katie Crafts, Shelly Stewart. Hey there. Hope all is well with all of you. So I will talk about this really quick because Teresa said something at the very beginning. Hope you're all okay from the storms. We did have a whole bunch of tornadoes come through the other evening. There was about, I think, 7 or 8 here in Ohio that were confirmed. We are okay. I am very close to Lake Erie, and so we can get tornadoes here, but it's very rare. We did have a scare last year where some came pretty close to the house. I wasn't here. I was actually out in Washington at one of my retreats, and my husband scared me to death because he called me and said they're all hunkered in the basement. And but the tornadoes went south of us, and that happened again this time. So we got the severe thunderstorm and we got the warning for that, and we also got a tornado warning. So we got sirens and all that stuff, but they went south of us again. So we didn't get touched here. But unfortunately, there are people in Ohio who lost their homes, lost their barns. We have a friend that lost their barn that they had their goats in. The goats are fine, but the barn is gone. But besides that, that's all stuff, right? We can replace stuff. There are a few people, unfortunately, we don't know any of them, but that did lose their life here in Ohio. And there's still some people missing. So definitely, if you're a praying type person, pray for Ohioans. It was a pretty scary thing. We don't usually get tornadoes this early in the year. So, something very different here, and lots of destruction. It wiped out neighborhoods, it wiped out homes. So anyway, but I'm okay. We're fine. Thank you all for asking. A lot of you have sent me messages asking, and I really, really appreciate it that you care that much about me and my family. Yeah, so I wish that all of Ohio, would have escaped the tornadoes, but they didn't. So, yeah, it was scary. It was scary. But and my husband, he loves that kind of weather stuff. And he was watching that evening, actually, all the storm weather coming in on the radar, and actually went outside and looked at the clouds, and he's like, this is not good. So kind of already knew that something bad was coming, because when he says that, it's serious. But like I said, it went south of us, so we didn't get any of it here. But unfortunately, yeah, some Ohioans did, and a few lost their life, and that was really sad. So anyhow, we were very lucky and very blessed. So let's see. Hi, Ingrid. Hi, Julia. Good to see you. Hi, Joanne. Good to see you. Uh, Dorlin. Hi there. Good to see you. It's been a while. Hi, Linda. I love to sew. She said, so glad you were okay. I was watching the live updates from Ryan Hall. Y'all, it looked so scary. Yeah, it was. And it was not just in Ohio. It was across, I think, Indiana and Kentucky and some other places too. So it affected a lot of people. Hi, Shannon. Good to see you. So real quick before we get started on this project, this is what we're making tonight. Well, I've already made it, so I'm actually going to just make a coaster, but I used, this is like sort of like Insulbrite. That's not what Bozel calls it. I can't remember what they called it, like thermal something. But this hot pad stuff that you can use. So I made this. This is a hot pad I'm going to use on my table. So you guys can see sort of how I did the quilting. I just quilted it on my domestic machine. It was a lot of fun. It went together really, really fast. So we're going to make this tonight. But we'll make a shamrock. I'm going to show you guys how to make one. And then if you want to make 4 and make this, or if you just want to make a coaster or whatever, I just thought it would be a fun, quick project for us. But I'll talk about announcements really quick. This evening, Shannon's here in the chat. Shannon, if you could post the link for the video for tonight or your channel. We're going to be on Slay Arts, which is Shannon's channel, at 7:30, and we're going to be sewing up an owl, a little hooter from Legit Kit. So I'm really excited about that. It's going to be Shannon hosting. Ingrid's going to be there, who's here in the chat. Philippa from Australia, who's one of our friends, and myself. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's tonight at 7:30. And then tomorrow, Shannon's going to be sewing on rock candy again. I can't wait to see that. Thank you so much, Shannon, again for doing this all along. That's my pattern here behind me. It's one of my new patterns. So really fun to see that. And some of you have shown me your fabrics. Some of you have shown me a completely finished top already, which is amazing. So really thank you so much for sharing those and for sewing along with Shannon. I've loved seeing those. It's great. As a pattern designer, it's always great to see your pattern in different fabrics because it's neat to see what you guys imagine it as compared to what I did. And it's such a joy for me. So thank you for sharing those. As you finish pictures, if you want to post them in the Facebook group, love to do that. Shannon's planning on doing sort of a trunk show of sorts, like a video trunk show on her channel. So she can grab those photos off of there, or if you want to email them to me, if you're not on Facebook, that would be great, or email them to Shannon. Love to see those. So thank you for that. So that's tonight, the little hooter, the owl from Legit Kit, 7:30. Tomorrow, Shannon's channel at 11 a.m. These are both on Shannon's channel. Let me see. And then this coming Tuesday, we're going to do the next New York Beauty block at 6 p.m. Eastern time. These are all Eastern time. Sorry, I should say that. The next New York Beauty block. And then Wednesday is the sew day with Stephen, and it's the last sew day before he leaves for Australia for several weeks. So if you want to come on over and sew with us, when you can see both of us, Stephen and myself, come on over on Wednesday. And then next Saturday will just be a whip UFO sew along. And then somebody today asked me when I was doing the rope bowls. So we're going to do those on the 30th. So this coming Saturday is up next Saturday is the UFO whip sew, and Shannon's going to be there. And then the following Saturday is going to be the rope bowl. So lots of fun projects coming up. Really looking forward to it all. Okay, great. Shannon posted that link for tonight. I will also put the sew day, the Zoom link in. Now the sew day, several people has asked me, does it go up like on a video on YouTube? It does not. So the sew day is just come sew. It's a day to get stuff done. We're not worried about YouTube. We're not doing live. We're not posting the videos. So if you're somebody who doesn't want to be on YouTube, on camera, you don't have to worry about that. We don't record it or anything like that. So we'd love to have you. And like I said, this is the last sew day before Stephen leaves for Australia. So if you'd like to come sew with us with him there, I am going to do the sew days when he's gone, but it'll be a different link, and I'll give that out after we finish this last Wednesday because I don't want to confuse anybody with the wrong Zoom link. So there will continue to be a sew day though. Let's see. Thank you, Nancy. Good to see you. She said, glad to hear you're all okay. Katie Cross said, tornadoes are scary. Yes. Hi, Paula. Good to see you. Hi, Cynthia. Donna, good to see you. Philippa, hey, good to see you. Celie, good to see you too. Again, I saw Celie today on the sew day. Yeah, it's been a crazy weather year. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Evelyn. Good to see everybody. I don't know about for all of you, but usually we get a lot of snow, and we've had really warm weather, and I think that's why we're getting tornadoes and bad weather early. So it's just been a strange year, but weather does that. It goes in patterns. I think, you get some weird years, and that's just part of it. All right, so I'm going to stop talking now and get sewing. So I'm going to turn on my other camera and we will get sewing this shamrock. All right, so hopefully, if I did that correctly, you guys can see down here. And first you're going to need, and the requirements for these are pinned up in the blue bar at the top of the chat. There's a link to my blog, and it'll have the fabric requirements for one shamrock, not four, for one shamrock. so it'll have the sizes and everything. So I'm not going to go through all that right now. But you're going to take one of the 4 green squares, because you need 4 green squares, and we're going to sew this white square, the larger white squares. You're going to sew it corner to corner. So you're going to want to draw a line corner to corner like I have, and sew right on that line. Put these little ones aside. We're going to get this piece done first because it's the quickest one. All right, so I sewed that one, so now I'm going to just cut that a 1/4 inch away. And I'm going to press it, which I'm not even sure if I turned my iron on, to be honest. Oh, yeah, it's on. Okay. Hi, Colleen. Good to see you. So for anybody coming in late, this is what we're making. I'm going to make one of these shamrocks today. I'm going to turn it into a coaster since I already made my hot pad, which is what I wanted to make. But all you have to do to turn it into this is make 4 shamrocks and then just put a small 1-inch sashing in between to separate their shamrocks. Hi, Stephen. Good to see you again. Long time no see. Okay. Just going to press this. Hi, Terry. Good to see you. All right, so we've got the one side on. I'm going to go ahead and put the other side opposite and sew on that line again. And trim that away a 1/4 inch. And we'll give that one a press. And there's the stem. So that's the stem for our shamrock. Hi, Karen. Good to see you again. A lot of you were on Stephen's Sew Day today, so it's good to see you again. I know it's a long day, so thanks for sticking with me and coming on over here too. I didn't really expect that because I know the day's long, but thank you. Okay. So that's our stem piece. I'm just going to cut this thread off. So that one's done. So that is one of the 4 green squares. So I'm going to put that one aside. And now these 3, we're going to do these all the same. You're going to take your small squares and you're going to put these on 3 of the corners of each of the green squares. Just like this. And if you want this to be more colorful or variety, you can do all these different colored green fabrics if you have a lot of green in your stash. I didn't, so I just grabbed some green fabric that I actually bought this fabric a long time ago to work on a Christmas project, so it's kind of a Christmassy green, but it works for shamrocks, right? I'm going to have to watch the replay. It's been a long day, said Melissa. Yes, it's a long day when you do the sew day all day. Yep. So I'm just sewing on them corner to corner. We're just snowballing the corners or flip and stitch, whatever way you like to call it. Teresa said you have 3.125 on your page. Is that supposed to be 3.25? No. 3.125 is 3 1/8, and that's what the white ones are supposed to be, the large white squares. 3 1/8. Hi, guess who, Nancy? Good to see you. Hi, Mary. Mary said, I love the quilt on Coriander Quilts page. I didn't make it to Steven's next time. Yeah. Well, when Steven gets back from Australia, I'm not sure when he'll do a sew day, but I know that he's going to be having his virtual retreat. So May 4th. So that might be your next best opportunity to sew with Steven for a day. After this Wednesday, of course. This Wednesday is the last sew day that he'll be at sewing before he leaves for Australia. So okay, one last one here. I used some green thread. Hopefully you guys can see that. I did it on purpose so you can see what I'm doing. As you can see, I sewed for corner to corner, putting these little white squares on 3 corners of these 3 green blocks. Are Stephen and Walter getting excited for their trip? Mary asked. Stephen, are you still in the chat? Are you getting excited? Hi, Shauna. Good to see you. You're welcome, Teresa. Yep, May the 4th. And Stephen will put out more information. He's going to put up a video on his channel all about the retreat, and he'll tell you when you can sign up and all that stuff. So look for that really soon, and then you'll be able to sign up when he gets back from Australia. So, all right, now that I've got those all sewn on, I'm going to trim those away 1/4 inch from where I sewed, towards the outside, of course. And then we'll press them all out. So is everybody having a good National Quilting Day? I hope so. I didn't get a lot of sewing done during Stephen's sew day, but I got a lot of other stuff done that I needed to get done. So cleaned up a little bit down here. I got some patterns folded and put in plastic that I needed to do for a long time. So got some of that busy work done that I seem to never get to. I made myself do it today. Okay, those are all trimmed. Stephen said we're getting excited about the trip, and on Monday there will be a special video about the retreat put up. Awesome. All right. Now I'm just going to press all these guys. Hi, Sean. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. All right. Grab my iron. I did just took a nap. Oh, anytime you can get a nap is a good day. That's nice. Okay, so now I've got all of these guys made. So I'm just going to lay this out. There's our stem piece. And the corner without the snowball for all of these is going to go into the center. So just like that. And you've got a shamrock. Really simple. Hi, Janet. Good to see you. Sean said, looking forward to seeing your trip. I cannot wait to see what he shows us from Australia, Sean. Stephen does such a good job of like travel blogging, even though I know that's not really like his channel, but and Mary said I actually thought about going to Stevens and then I thought I needed to work on taxes, so I did neither. That's funny. Hi, Russ. Good to see you. All right, so now I'm just going to press these in opposite directions and then we can join them together. All right, so we've got our two pieces. I'm just going to flip that on top and join them together. Yes, snaps for the win. Awesome. All right. All right, so there's our shamrock. Now, if you want to make, again, this hot pad that I made, you just need to make 3 more shamrocks using the same fabrics, and then you'll put a 1-inch stashing in between all your shamrocks. That went together really quick. Yes, they do, Nancy, very fast. So because I already made a hot pad, I'm just going to turn this one into a coaster. I'm going to put that guy aside. And I have a scrap piece of the this batting left with the hot stuff on it. So I'm going to use this that way if I want to put like a cup of hot coffee or something on here, I can. So I already have some backing fabric and I'm going to grab my spray, which fell down, my 505 spray. And this might be running out, so we'll see how long this lasts. I'm going to stick my backing on here. Now you don't have to use 505 if you don't want to. I like to use it, but definitely don't feel like you have to, because I know some of you don't like it. You can just quilt it as is, or you can use a glue stick or whatever you like. Just trimming the excess away so when I put the front piece on, I know that I have enough coverage in the back. Okay. Now I'm going to put the shamrock on the front. And we're just going to quilt this a little bit. Stick it on. Colleen said, Stephanie, I like your quilting on the hot pad version. Thank you. I'm probably not going to do that much quilting on this because it's just a little coaster. But thank you. I appreciate that. And I forgot to cut fabric for binding, so I won't bind this here on camera. But I'll go ahead and quilt it. So I'm going to turn my stitch length up a little bit. And I'll probably just go up and down the stem a few times and then around the inside of the shamrocks. Just going to wing it. I am not chatting much here right now, just enjoying Stephanie's process. The ladies at the pop-up have worn me out. There is a lot of chatting today, that's for sure. I learned more than I ever needed to know about vegetables. Okay. So I think I'm just going to leave it simple and go with that. So it's pretty much done. Now all I have to do is I'm going to just trim this stuff off. And then I need to bind it, but I did not cut binding fabric. I forgot. But it's just regular quilt binding. Although I do use a smaller binding on a small project like this. Like I'll do just a 2-inch binding because you don't need like really a thick binding on this. Or if you don't want to bind this, you could always just quilt the top piece to the batting and leave the back off and then put a backing on and turn it. That would work too. Let's see. Steven said, somebody asked about videos where in Australia. Yes, there will be, and we'll try to do some lives as well. It all depends upon the tech we have. Yeah, so that's a good point. We have, if you guys were at the last social review, it was a lot of fun. We have a social review. It'll be on Shannon's channel while Steven is in Australia. And he's going to try to join, but again, it will depend on, like he said, the tech. So hopefully we'll get to see little bits of Steven while he's gone, because he's gone for a long time. I'm going to miss my friend. All right, so there is the little Shamrock coaster all done. See, I just went around the outside. You could do more quilting if you want, but since this is a coaster, I decided not to make it super fancy. Nobody's going to see it except me. It's probably going to go on my nightstand. But I did this one a little bit more intricate. I put some, some pattern on the leaves, and I did a little bit of quilting in here. So I like how that one turned out. Stephen, you'll be gone 3 weeks. I think a little bit more than 3 weeks, right, Stephen? Okay, so now all I have to do is go cut some binding fabric and bind it just like this. I'm going to do it just like this. So this was 2-inch binding. I just like the smaller binding on these kind of smaller projects. I think it looks a little bit neater. But yeah, that's it. So there's my shamrock. If you make 4, you want to make this, then you just need 1 inch stashing in between. Okay. Gone for 23 days, he said. Thanks, Janet. So I hope you guys enjoyed this project. It's a really fun, fast project. I know that St. Patrick's Day is tomorrow, but you could definitely get this done tonight or even in the morning. So my son's birthday is this coming week, and he tends to like a lot of stuff green. And I even made him a quilt that was all shamrocks and stuff. So we're going to put this on the table for his birthday dinner. I love it. I'm very excited to use it. So announcements one more time before we go. First of all, thank you everybody for joining me, especially those who were at the sew day. I know it's a long day. It's long for me too. So I'm going to go because I need to take a little bit of a break before Shannon and I and Ingrid and Philippa sew the Owl Little Hooter tonight on her channel. So head on over there at 7:30, get some dinner and stuff like that, and then come on over. Hi, Judy. Good to see you. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Honor. And then tomorrow, check out Shannon's channel at 11 a.m. for Rock Candy, which is my quilt behind me. She's doing a sew along on her channel with my patterns. So thank you so much, Shannon. I appreciate that. And I've been loving seeing yours. I've been seeing Celie's. She's got it up on her wall during our sew days. And Philippa has hers pretty much done. There's another person today, and I'm sorry, I cannot remember who it was that showed me their quilt. It'll come to me after we're done. I think Elsa, maybe. Yeah, Elsa finished her quilt top. So really great to see all those different versions of rock candy. I love that. Hi, Arkansas Gal. Good to see you, Andrea. Love the shamrock. Thank you. Thank you, guys. And then tomorrow afternoon, go over to Steven's channel, Bland Designs and the Idiot Quilter. If you want to find his channel, if you don't know who he is, I'm not sure why you wouldn't, but in case you don't, put in exclamation Steven in the chat. Actually, I'll do that really quick. He has his live with his husband, Walter, every Sunday. And they always have a topic, but it's a hoot. You go over there and they usually don't stay on topic based on what we're all saying. So it's always an interesting conversation and hilarious. I find myself with my cheeks hurting at the end because I've been laughing so much. So I love going and seeing their live. And then later in the day, our friend Russ of Quilt Meets World, he'll have his vlog. So check out all those people tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here for National Quilting Day. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you later on Shannon's live. And then also come on over for our Wednesday sew day. Like I said earlier, it's the last one with Stephen before he goes to Australia. So, dear, we're going to miss him. All right, guys, take care. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you soon, hopefully on Shannon's channel. Bye.